Hi, you're live with Virus at St James's Park in central London. And can only be described as a ream sunny Tuesday tea time. And today's episode is called Easter Rising, and it comprises the usual format: a concise, precise local history, 3 poems for your titillation, and of course, a walkabout. Okay, right, so St James's Park is a 57-acre park in Westminster, central London. It's the furthest east of a chain of parks which include Green Park, Hyde Park and Kensington Gardens. Buckingham Palace is to its west. The Mall to the north, over there. Horse Guard Parades to the east and Birdcage Walk to the south. It is proper central. It's a Grade 1 listed park on the Register of Historic Parks and Gardens of the United Kingdom. There you go. Okay. Right, so the park is a small lake with 2 islands. Left. Right. Left again. Left, right, and left again. Green light. The park is a small lake with 2 islands. It's got West Island and Duck Island. A resident colony of pelicans has been a feature of the park since a Russian ambassador donated them to Charles II in 1664. Just south of Duck Island is the Tiffany Fountain on Pelican Rock. And past that, and past the lake itself, is the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, plus the London Eye. Beyond that, you've got the Shard. It's also got a children's playground, a large sandpit. It all makes for a great destination now that lockdown's been relaxed. Social distancing, please, folks. Hopefully like these lot out here, okay? Right, well, in 1532, Henry VIII purchased an area of marshland which flowed down, from which the River Tyburn, I should say, flowed down from Eton College, of all places. Okay. Upon James I's accession to the throne, in 1603, he ordered that the park be drained, and landscaped, and exotic animals were kept in the park, including camels and also crocodiles, an elephant, and exotic birds in aviaries. Can you imagine how that went down in 1603? Okay, so later on, when Charles II was in exile, okay, in France during Cromwell's Commonwealth Republic of England, he was very impressed with the elaborate gardens of the French royal palaces that he stayed in. He never forgot, upon his ascension to the throne, at the British throne, okay, he got the park redesigned in a much more, how can we say, formal, ordered style, and the canal was built. Okay. And the king ordered the park to be opened and used to entertain guests of his mistress actresses such as Nell Gwyn. All right, okay. Sure enough, the park became notorious as a meeting place for acts of lechery of a sexual nature. Right, in the late 17th centuries and 18th centuries, early 18th centuries, cows grazed. Let's take a left, take a right, take a left again, I'll pop across. Okay, that's right, but in the late 17th, early 18th century, cows grazed around the park, and fresh milk could be bought, you know, directly from them. That's right. Okay. 18th century saw further changes, okay, such as the part of the canal was drained and reclaimed to make Horse Guards Parade, all right, and also the purchase of Buckingham House, or that building over there, which then became Buckingham Palace. Okay, that was bought for the use of George III's wife. Okay, and that was in 1761. Her name was Queen Charlotte. Right then, so later on again, between the 1826, 1827. Okay. It was commissioned by the Prince Regent, that's who later became George IV, and he executed by the architect John Nash. He was a great architect and landscaper, okay, and they saw the canal converted. There you go, it was converted to where it is now, much more like a river. Okay, and then also all the formal avenues that Charles II set up, well, they were rerouted into romantic winding walkways. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so the same time as all this was going on, Buckingham House was being expanded to create the palace, all right, and Marble Arch was built at its entrance, whilst the Mall was turned into the grand processional route that we all know and love today. Right then, now it actually didn't get open to the public until 60 years later in 1887. So, by the way, the Marble Arch itself was moved to its current location at the junction of Oxford Street and Park Lane up on the West End in 1851. And the Victoria Memorial, there you can see it shining in the sun, the Victoria Memorial was erected between 1906 and 1934. So there you have it. And with no further ado, on to today's first poem. And that one's called What's Going On? So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Darling, darling, what's going on? Everyone can hear spring's song. Clock's gone forward, days are getting long. COVID restrictions getting lifted. 2 families can meet up. 6 people, it's been gifted.
We can literally just do a full circle.
6 people, it's been gifted. Whilst the media is saying BAME have got the vaccine twisted. UK's vaccination rate is drawing Europe's jealous gaze. They're in chaos, drowning in a 3rd wave. Germany's back in lockdown. Germany's back in lockdown. They have to behave. So what's going on? What's going on? 90% over 70s have had the jab if they're white. 60% if they're black. Then they sit tight. So, is everything all right? Son a lick. Son a lick. People want to look slick. Will men behave when women dress down? Or will they give them stick? You know, like Yoris when he was London's mayor. What's over here? Enough. I hear you lot you yell. Don't I know that time will tell? Oh, sorry. Didn't want you to worry. There's nothing wrong. Man just wanted to know what's going on. Hey, what's going on? Thank you very much. And now, no further ado, on to poem 2. And this one is called Happy Anniversary.
Okay, come down here.
Happy anniversary. 1, 2, 3. Happy anniversary. COVID is 1, you see.
Harry, stop. No, Harry, walk down. Walk down.
Or so we will be led to believe. It's 127,000 who will miss this anniversary. That's the UK, you see. Joyex anniversary. One that 94,000 French will not see. Freud has Jubilam. But 76,000 Germans gone where nobody comes back from. Except Lazarus. Felice anniversario. Yet, 100,000 Italians did not know. Ekun Olri, Asaye, Adran. Many Yoruba faced oblivion. Baka, the Zagai, Owara, Ranha. For many Hausa, it was a year too far. Over 2,000 Nigerians are no more. Happy anniversary, you would say. 550,000. Gone, by the way. Jamaica. Lost less than 1 in their 10. Still, 550, we're never gonna see them again. A year on, and Europe enters lockdown 3. Vaccine is a linchpin of international diplomacy. Schools are back, and the R rate's gone quiet. Plus, wash your hands has gone off the media staple diet. 2.75 million globally will never see this anniversary. Still, we've been there before. The Black Death of 1334. Why it's called the Black Death, I do not know. We'll leave that riddle for another show. It killed 275 million globally and was said to have started in China, can you believe? Look it up, you know I wish to deceive. That's 100 times the COVID current death rate. So maybe there'll be another anniversary, mate. In 2019, 53 million died. Right, chaps? Here we are. 53 million died globally, said to have, globally. So maybe that's just over 20 times the current COVID death rate. So maybe it's not such a significant date. Biggest killer, ischemic heart disease, over 19 million, if you please. So, when they chat to you like you're in a nursery, now you have the inside track on the media's so-called happy anniversary. Thank you very much, thank you very much. Okay, right, and with no further ado, On to today's third and final poem, which is a collaboration of like-minded people talking about parks, really. And this one is called Doing It in the Park. So, after 3, 1, 2, 3. Doing it in the park, doing it in the park, oh yeah, oh yeah. Sometime during the day, now and then after dark. Doing what? I hear you ask. Doing what? I hear you ask. Let me elucidate. It's a joyous task. For me, it was a cricket match. With twigs and stumps. First anniversary of Mum's passing, some of our throats contain lumps. One lady impressed me. She films parks in 360 degrees. That's like 3D. Oh my, oh me. Others run at night. Keeps them fit, muscles tight. One thing that emerged.
Yeah, I've had one of them.
Night parks are a different story. Ethereal. Commanding night sensors kick in. Zone out and find peace within. Park is free, open to both rich and poor. It's a place where mothers find their kids a fairy door, enter through them into another realm, then re-emerge later under the park's giant elm. Some have a park on their front doorstep. They show love in little deeds, setting up boxes full of bird seeds. How about a picnic? No more than 6. Brother, sister, mum and dad, Auntie Vera and Uncle G, with his lame-off magic tricks. On your own, or take a break. Many times you can sit by the park's lake. Nature's all around. Wildlife in stereo sound. A personal orchestra, just for you. What's that, a finch? Or perhaps a lark? There's only one way to find out. And that's to join them. Doing it in the park. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that one. Okay, so again, another extended show. You know how it goes. I want to thank you for your time. Just to remind you that Easter's coming. All right, mate? Just to remind you that Easter's coming. And we remember the rebirth. Further back than that, in the ancient traditional festival of Ishtar, it was all about fertility. So, I say, I think you get the hint. It's time to show love. It's time to, give some love. And also, it's time to make. Well, there you go. As usual. And before we wrap up, it's time for Walkabout. Yes. So, I used to come down to St James's Park. I used to work. Yes, brother. Yes, I used to come down to St James's Park. I used to work for the Cake House Company. My sister Angela got the job at the head office. There was a whole chain of parks, Green Park, everything like that. St James Regis Park. You believe it? Only 15 minutes they paid me though. One night at a party. Park for staff and this. Horror drunk. Horror drunk. I went for a bag with some girl. Funny, naughty. Left the bag getting off her in the park. I got a shock of my life. And she showed me her badge. Yeah, she was a police officer. Well, I never saw her again. There you go. Everybody had a lovely trip. Lovely area of London. Over an hour. Virus. Okay. You get, yeah now. All the best now. Bye.